Hello lurkers, and hello all you archaeologists. My name is John Proxy, and welcome to the Proximity. I'm about to start a Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented Adventure, and I have a spooky face. Look how spooky it gets. It can get all even spookier. That's too spooky. Let's turn it down because my face hurts. While we load up the screen. Fatal Frame the Third. Third time is a charm. Sorry, I had to wrestle this away from my chair, and I can point it at the green screen. And let's actually start the game. Oh, I think I had a lurker. I think my lurker's gone. I may have spent too long faffing. It's fair enough, to be honest. I was faffing for an awful long time. Never mind. Let's begin a game, shall we? With the start button. This one here. Let's go into new game. Normal. We're going to play on normal. Boom. And now it's loading. Let's see how far we can get. It rains. That seems like inappropriate clothing for this type of weather. No! I was going to say, what are you doing on that crashed web? That's a... It looked like a spider's web, but then I realised, no, it's a windshield. Or windscreen, if you prefer. Modern photographs. Moving up in the world.
Should we get going?
I heard this house was haunted. Too bad it's not.
Rumors are just rumors. I'm gonna load these up.
It's a ghost show up on modern film? Oh no, it's just a dude standing there.
You?
What are you doing here? Ooh. It's gone all spooky. It's good for the genre of the game we'll play. Right. I believe this, so this presumably is who we're playing as this time.
Where am I?
That's a good question, Ray. Okay, we have control. Ray. We have ourselves a flashlight. We can flash up, and we can flash down. We can flash all around. We have quite good control. I can flash. Ooh. We've literally just started. I always underconsider how much time it takes. Oh, hang on. Your writing shouldn't be on the screen, though. Where was I? Oh, I greeted my brother. I've got a flashlight on this lady here. I believe I'm called Ray, because that's what my torch does. It casts rays of light into the mysterious place I've landed myself in. We can go and look at the map. You cannot use this menu right now. But I can look at... I've got a professional camera. We're moving up in the world. No more of this wonky... Yeah, the old school ray tracing. No more of the wonky Obscura camera. We've got ourselves a future camera. The future of 2006 or whatever time this came out. There were some limited items. We also have some photo... Well, we don't have any photos because we've not taken any photos yet. And no files. Is it snowing or is that ash? Cool. Let's do some investigating. We are in... we're in hardware mode. And I might turn hardware mode off because it's going... I don't know if you can see... Yes. I don't know if you can see the screen, but it's going... Blah, 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 like that. Oh, hang on. I don't know if that's a deliberate effect or not. Because some of it's the camera... Yeah, I was going to say, that's like a camera filter, isn't it? Okay. What is not supposed to happen is those lines. But I can live with those lines. Hello, Enzo. Did I pronounce that right? I'm going fine. You managed to miss 15 minutes of me trying to get the PlayStation 2 logo to happen. Because I wanted the authentic experience of me turning on a PlayStation and going, ooh, the PlayStation's turning on. So we've literally done nothing. I noticed in the menu... Can I actually get my camera out? Ooh, hang on. There's a forward button. I'm not used to having a forward button. Okay, we do have a camera. I've noticed that they let you change your controls. I've not changed the controls yet. And I always thought they didn't want the control for this bit to be too easy, because otherwise you'd play it like a first-person shooter. Oh, yes. I will continue analysing, but we do have a professional camera now. We don't have a zoom function. We have to zoom like human Crichton and move closer to the thing we want to look at. Now, which is the one button that won't take a picture? Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Let's actually try and play the game. Okay, this is weird. It's weird having the run button automatically run you forwards. I do know that... Oh, hang on. I should be taking photographs, shouldn't I? Sort of the point. Oh, I'm going to be famous! Well, I know the second one's everyone's favourite, and I assume there's a reason for that. How do I take a photograph? Oh, it's spooky! He's dead. Don't ruin the turn, John. Okay. No. Take photo. Ah, it took too long. Well, he's clearly in the camera, but whatever. Missing all these ghosts. I'm not confident enough with the controls yet. Okay, cool. They've managed to realise that, you know, these relatively flat-looking clothings don't have to be right in the middle of the room. They could be at the side. What's this? Well, it's not interesting to Ray. Ray. I'm having a look around. So they've also... Because they had the distortion effect in the first game, and it actually made the start of the first game really scary, because I couldn't see a goddamn thing. Oh, now I'm... Say cheese. That's an extremely delicate way of holding a camera. Going to hold my phone like this. I can't quite do it. It's. There we go. Like it's the gentlest of. I'm holding my. I can see secrets. What's on the other screen? It's the game I'm playing, obviously, because I'm looking at the OBS. That's a really good reflection, to be honest. Anyway, let's turn the camera off. Oh, I keep missing it. No! Ah! There was a ghost here. It's gone now. Okay. How do I get the camera out? No, how... There's like a weird delay on getting the camera out. But it's somewhat confusing. I want to practice. Because there's been a couple of times now where I'm like, there's a ghost! There's a ghost right there! Get the ghost! Oh, there was one, I swear. Which, I mean, is, I guess, in good character for, like, seeing a ghost and having somebody going, where? And you go, it's right there, but you missed it. But yeah, it's kind of frustrating if you're trying to score points. Okay, so X. Y. No! No, I don't want to become famous. That sounds like a massive hassle. You're banned. Okay. We dealt with that. Right. I have 4 buttons. Well, I do have lots of buttons. Whatever. We have 4 face buttons. We know one of them runs. So if we click on the screen just in case. Okay, well, the top button would be the triangle. I'm going to call it Y. Y puts my camera down. Okay. Y picks my camera up. Okay. Down and up. And down and up. Down and up. Okay. And B takes the photograph. There is some mysterious... It's like snow or something. Okay. Alright, that's... I mean, he did warn me. Oh, well, that's considerably... That's good, yeah. Okay, okay, turns out my digital camera does jack shit to ghosts. Which, guess makes sense because it's not a magical camera. So I've just got these useless photographs. Okay. Upstairs seems like a poor idea. He can fly, that's not fair. I mean, I might actually die. Hang on. Did I get my health back? Okay, well, I didn't get my health back. I'm not doing great. Here's a tree. Not getting anywhere anytime soon. I don't know if it's worth just going in there, taking the hack to the face and starting the game again. It's not like I was very far in. I don't have to make all those observations again. That's too late. Oh, fair enough.
Stay here forever.
No, No, she's clearly in the... I should have got points. Where are we? Like, she doesn't want to go down that way. Go this way instead. With the double doors.
Wait! There's still something I need to say.
Why are you running away? Oh, now there's 4 of them. This is getting ridiculous. I was low on health. Okay, no stigmata today.
Are you okay? Oh, it was nothing.
Okay, I believe that's the girl from the first game. Should be Miku, not Miku. Mina. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. I'm sure the game will tell us. So, this game is ooh. It's somewhat less subtle than the first 2 in a few ways. Oh, it's snow. Bing bing. Be quiet, phone. Establishing a tone. Fatal Frame 3. The Tormented. Hit ourselves a title screen. My tea tastes rubbish. I spent so long faffing at the start of the stream that it's not lukewarm, but it's less than ideal in temperature. The temperature is not great. Right, sorry, we're not. Hour 1. Oh wow, it's hours instead of days. So it hasn't escaped my notice that we're starting to cross the line from so the first game, you could reasonably argue the first 2 games, like they've got like female protagonists, are like young, like basically schoolgirls, because that's that's what you put in a horror game. You want a vulnerable character, and it's sort of the go-to thing. And we're starting now in this game to sort of drift into the sort of waifu territory. Now, I might be completely wrong. I might have misread this, but I'm just getting that from the character design in general and from the scenes we've seen so far. It seems like we might not be fully there yet, but it's starting to drift slowly in that direction, I believe. Okay. Do I still have no health? I've not saved my game either. But yeah, we've lost the camera effect. We've got some colour in the world, which is nice. We're gonna gently jog down this direction. Oh yeah, the camera's following us. Okay, I seem to have full health. I do like that you grab the door and then open it. I'm going to try the other direction quickly. Oh, I got 2,000 points for that wall. I assume I would have seen something really cool if I'd taken that picture here. There was a small image on top of the pedestal. It's like a Buddha. Sorry, I had to sneeze. One of those portable walls. Shiny thing. Now we're talking. There's a piece of paper or something on the floor. Is it something? It's a memo in shaky hand. It says it's not my fault. I didn't choose to survive. Added it to the file. What do you think of this, Buddha? The alcove is decorated with a small image and an hanging scroll. Do you mean icon game? It looks like there was originally a landscape painting on the scroll, but not much is left of it now. That's not a small image, is it? It's a statue. Oh, what's this? There's a clock on the wall. There are 2 ink boxes on top of an old Japanese chest. The lacquer on the outside of the box is peeling. The colour is faded. There's an old Japanese chest. Inside there are some old towels and cloths. Nothing to get too excited about. Ray, judgmental about people's towels. Right, let's leave this popsicle stand. Oh, somebody's dropped their statuette. There's a small kimono inside the chest. Looks like something a young girl might have worn. Okay, I'm more interested in this thing that just flinged itself at me. No, Ray is disinterested. Uninterested in the statuette. It's sealed by some strong power. Yeah, my bathroom door's like that as well. I have to give it a, good yank. I can't remember the way out, and I don't know if we have maps yet. Let's return to the game. We do have maps. What is this? I don't know how you get out. Hey, I really like the last game had. Is that a window? It's behind me. Okay, I'm gonna go there because that is the way to actually get out. Okay. E01. Okay, I'm being dumb. have to go all the way up here. Just because I look at the map, it doesn't mean I retain any of that information. So I appreciate that cameras, of course, and Resident Evil is famous for this, you know, establishes tone. Although you've just broken that tone right here, but that's why I can't see everything. That makes it scarier. But like, I've had a problem with all these 3 games where I'm just completely unable to orient myself to like just where the doors are in general, and I just have to keep looking at the maps. You do eventually learn the layouts, especially if you're goddamn lost. There's an old pot hanging from the hook over the hearth. Looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. All these, look at these. Fair enough, okay. Look at these, all these rich houses with these entire hearths. Hearths worth of hearths. No, what? Bloody Hearth's original over here. I mean, you could fit my entire flat in this one room. It's just dedicated to cooking. Everyone gather round, sit next to the cooking pot. Got some cushions and everything. Found a ladder. So did we just straight up teleport here? Oh, no, hang on. 2 of them were investigating the spooky... I don't actually know the context of when they arrived here. Because she got confused and went, hang on, what? Okay, we need the bellflower. Okay. I like that it's up a ladder. Because that's immediately memorable. Is it F9 for software mode? I'm going to save my game. It's been just in case it crashes, I guess. On the external system. Save state. It's not 1. And then I'll start messing around with buttons. Okay, that turns the resolution quite low. But like, it doesn't look bad like this, to be honest. I should just consider playing it on software mode. Because it looks fine. Like, yeah, you're getting all this, aliasing? I think that's called. But like, it's probably worth it just to not have the graphical things happen. I'll try. I like it being high resolution though. Let's have a quick look. I hate what it does with lines like that though. Back into the center of the screen. Which would have been hidden by a TV. And now they look great. Now they look lovely and smooth. Because yeah, there's a charm to looking like this. But yeah, I mean, just look at this. It's just I can't live with this. It's so distracting. But everything else I can live with. Like the ladder does it as well. Like the character looks fine like that. Yeah. It looks like it's to go like that. Let's go, hey! You know, maybe I could just pick a resolution in between them. No, because then it would still be hardware mode. Anyway. I think we can live with this one. I know there's people out there that put a lot of effort into making it look like a CRT monitor and not CRT, you know what I mean. With the scan lines, they put out, I want the authentic experience. I'm like, no, just put out, I want the resolution. That's sealed by a strong power. Like a lock. Okay, I believe there's places we haven't investigated. If anyone's new here, or doesn't watch me a lot, if this is a slow game, then it's going to become much slower, because I take my sweet time. There's some old bowls inside the storage chest. They all seem to be broken. I can't see any that have kept their original shape. This is a strangely shaped Japanese chest. Some of the doors seem to be locked and I can't open them. Right, upstairs we go. I gotcha! Okay. 1,000 points. Okay, I'm getting better. Yeah, I don't know if you were around. Ooh. Oh, there's somebody pushing the camera. That's a friendly ghost. Yeah, I'll say this game seems a little bit less subtle than the first two in more than one way. I like the second game spent basically the entire game building up to any kind of actual physical horror. It was all just sort of oh no, something's wrong with my sister, she's acting strange, and there's these stories, and it builds up and up and up until it gets to the final event, the butterfly ritual, and you go, oh, it's the handprints, it's clever, that's horrifying. Whereas this starts with a ghost going, I got a fucking axe, and it's and the imagery of the stigmata girls, like it's quite a lot immediately, and there's also this character's design is a bit more, as I said before, a little bit more waifu, not completely, but a little bit more than it used the first two games. I need a better term. I don't want to use the phrase waifu. I'm slightly too old for that, not to sound embarrassing coming out of my mouth. It's old-fashioned bellows camera, some kind of occult markings in chased metal cover. What? The whole... Oh, sorry, it's because I read the full stop in the wrong place. Some kind of occult markings in the chased metal cover. No, it's just a weirdly structured sentence. Some kind of occult markings cover the whole body, in chased metal. It still looks to be in good condition. There is some old-fashioned writing carved on the back. Camera Obscura. Maybe that's the name of the camera. I have some basic functions and some shoot instructions. You can consult the file screen by choosing File from the Start menu. That I shall. Ooh. File. The memo in shaky hand. With the basic operation. Filament responds when you are facing a ghost. Yes, I remember. Position the camera with the triangle button. Shoot with the X or the R1 button. I swear that didn't work a second ago, but maybe it's with the Type A configuration. Picture of you. Picture. There's a picture of you. You'll see. Right. Camera. We start with loads of shots. This film is old. There's virtually no exercising effects. This film is musty. It only has the minimum amount of exercising effect. Okay. Do I still need the... So I've got 5,000 points already. There's my special. Okay, let's return. Ghost list. There's 33 of them. It's nice to know that ahead of time. Oh, and that, I believe, is a save point. I like that it changes colour with the theme of the game. Because we're in blue now. Blue flame in the lantern is lit. That's not lit. Isn't it? We forget about the things I said, but I was drunk. That not lit? John, nobody cares about you remembering lit. They might. Hour 1, the sign. Because then I could reincorporate the lyrics into the stream. It'd be very clever if I could remember the lyrics to that song. You know, I'm sleeping in the front yard. You know, I could slip the words in every so often. It'd be great. All those lit fans just be like, my word, he's being very clever with those lit lyrics. That's what lit fan. It's not even lit song, isn't it? I don't know. Let's move away from this place and the entire discussion about that song. Google lyrics. Can you forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that.
Here's what I found.
Oh, it is lit! Haha! Okay. We've moved on now. I needed to know, otherwise it would bug me. I don't know if I'm going forwards or backwards. A peephole has been opened in the wall. The sound seems to be coming from here. I don't think it's a good idea to look through the peephole. Stand in front of the hole and press the X button to have a look through it. Good. I mean, that sounds like a really good way to set up a jump scare. Can I get my camera out? Right, I'll peek. Oh yeah, I do see the ghost. Ah, no! 1,000 points. Very generous with the points in this game. Let's get rid of the camera. Thank you, cameraman, for keeping up. No, John, stop trying to think of lyrics. Lyrics. Okay. Starting to regret the clothing I wore for this spooky night outing. Like, we went to investigate a spooky house, I know that. Because it was like, oh, there are rumours. Okay, let's look at the map, see if where I have and haven't gone. Okay. Floors. Cool, okay. We'll see if we can get to that room there. It feels like we were here already, but I'll try again. Did I go... why is that not the map button? That was great. I love the map button. I don't need a return to title button. Options, maybe. No, not really. A map button would be just great. Yeah, okay, I'll try and get into the... Not what I was heading for, but... No, not... Oh. Oh, yes. I had a friend who bought that from work. And I think he regretted it at the time, but he paid like full price for it. Now I've still got to finish like 800 hours worth of Binding of Isaac, but I'll get it anyway because it's free. Where are we going? We're turning around. Oh no, we can't turn around because somebody's put this here. Okay. So we can't go to the Manor of... Oh, we're in the Manor of Sleep. Maybe I should go that way. Right. Ooh, who's counting down? Right, we don't need to look at the map for a while. Okay. I'll probably give it a go. There's a lot of things coming out recently. Annoyingly, also those games also just benefit from being out for a while as well, so they can just make subtle changes. What was I going to say? Yes. So I managed to get an email from Xbox that gave me 3 months worth of Game Pass for £1, and I used it. And I was going to save the email, and I accidentally deleted the email, and I'm really annoyed. Because, bollocks. No, it's clearly on the cap, whatever. Because I can't do that trick where I just used to keep... I used to cancel my Xbox, and then do the £1 deal, and they've caught on to that. They won't let you do that anymore. It was like me and 2 other people that had noticed that, I swear. And because I looked online, and people kept on saying you could do that. And no one believed them. And I'm like, it's probably for the best, because otherwise I wouldn't have been... I did it for like a full year. But, so now, if I want to play that, what was it, 12 hours? That's coming out in like, well, it's come out today, I believe. And Psychonauts comes out on the 25th. And Myst, a 3D version of Myst is coming out like in a few days. I'm going to have to pay £7 if I want to play them. 12 minutes, that's what, yeah. So, like... They're all of them together is certainly worth £7. I just resent having to pay more money than I have to, because I'm miserly. Okay, I said I would not look. Yeah. I've been told... Oh, I put it in the Discord. I'll just check the Discord now. That it's not actually as good as the Forgotten City when it comes to its main conceit. But So if I'm gonna play the Forgotten City, which sounds interesting, I should play 12 minutes first, because then I won't ruin it for myself. Then I can have an improved flavour. Now I can't really play Myst until I finished Myst Free Exile as well, which is a thing I'm gonna start doing again on Fridays. Because again, Myst fans are an underserved Twitch fandom. Like, I didn't get a lot of people, but the people that came along really like Myst, so it's like... Oh, it's sealed. Oh, I have no idea where I'm supposed to... Do you know where I'm supposed to go? Oh, hang on. No. Okay, no. I know where I'm supposed to go. Quick, brother can't see me. Let's see all these mean things about his cat behind his back. Oh, his cat isn't owned by me, and that's a bad thing. No! Stay out of my personal space. Ghosts with boundary issues. The explanation of battle controls has been added to files. Did nothing of the sort. Okay. Actually, that might be not be true. So I did eat before this. I had some stir fry and some scampi. Okay. Oh crap! I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Well, you know, we're allowed to make mistakes. She was surprised as me that I got that right. Okay, we want to have like a... I mean, there was a car crash. If we caused that, then maybe we did, but... So I also appreciate that it's potentially telling a contemporary story. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Like, the whole, I could be using stronger film. Let's use... also, we didn't read the battle controls. Yeah, so, like, the whole guilt trip thing is... I mean, that's Silent Hill's bag, I appreciate. Okay. Oh, I see. I hadn't been doing that. The charge. Hang on. So, if you catch a vengeful ghost in your capture circle, you can charge your spirit power. The more you charge your spirit power, the more damage you can inflict on vengeful ghosts. Even in Calyxus. So yeah, in the first two games, the vengeful ghosts didn't really have anything against me, per se. Apart from that I looked like, or were vaguely in the wrong place at the wrong time. The idea that you might have done something wrong for the ghost to actually be angry at you is a development. See, I use development because it's a game about camera and film. Your shutter chance is the instant the captured circle turns red. If you shoot at this instant, the damage you inflict increases. You can also cause the vengeful ghost to withdraw. Okay, so like, you want to do that, but also do that. If you wait to shoot and draw in the vengeful ghosts as close as possible, you can obtain the greatest amount of charge during your shutter chance. By doing this, you can inflict a great damage on the vengeful ghost. Okay, let's put on some stronger film. And try not to make any mistakes. Okay, I see some ghosts. So we have got one charge. We've got a couple of charges now. 4 charges. Okay, and then we'll just run around for a bit. You didn't do anything to your husband. That I remember. Do I have to do the child ghost as well? Okay, no. I also... It hasn't escaped my notice that to trigger this event, I had to faff around in this room, go somewhere else, and then come back to this room. Which is a trick this game... Well, that Fatal Frame does like to pull. It is slightly annoying that it does that. But, it's fine. We'll live with it. I might want to save the game, which means I'm going to have to go all the way back to the menu, figure out what the save point is. Ah, screw it. I'll just use the external saver for the time being. I'll save. Plot 1. There we go. we'll find a save point of her eventually. Yes. We'll have to need to. Pardon, John. We'll have to try and get somebody to invoke cat chat again somehow. Get the numbers up. These are rookie numbers. Okay. Put the camera down, John. Where are you going? I don't actually know. One of the directions, I think. That's not a way down. Right. Was this the one that was held by a strong force? Yet. And where did that lead? Fine. The first game was nice enough to put like boarded up things on doors you couldn't open. I still clicked on all of them, but no. Oh, I missed it.
If only I died too. It's not my fault that I'm the only one that survived. I should have been taken. I didn't survive because I wanted to. I had no choice. If I had just said Arius, I would have. I didn't survive because I wanted to. I had no choice. So if I had died with everyone else, yes, if I had died with everyone else, then I would. Are you all right? Other one.
Hello. Hello. It travels. That lady's got the right idea. Oh, never mind. Ah!
Let me sleep forever.
Ah, tell me, yeah. Lend me some of that snooze button. Huh. We appear to be in a safe location. It was all a bad dream. Ooh.
Ray? Is everything okay? I heard you cry out. I was worried. You've been having so many nightmares lately.
What? I'm fine.
But
I just had a bad dream.
Slowly back away. Yeah, I was gonna say, tag, you're it. But like that was literally a thing in the first game, Demon Tag. I never figured out whether Demon Tag was just the pieces of paper that were Demon Tags, or whether it was a game the kids play, or whether that was like a play on words. But I don't know if tag is a thing in Japan. It's probably a thing. I imagine that's a thing that's just... As far as children inventing games, that seems like a fairly logical... Yes. Cat want food. Because we didn't call it tag in school. We called it it. You're it. And we didn't necessarily say tag. I just know the name tag from TV shows and stuff. Ooh. Thank you, brother. Blimey. I'm going to have to cut... I know you get the different icons anyway. You get the founder icon. But I'm going to need to come up with more pictures. I've only got like the first 2 months worth of pictures. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm going to need to subscribe to your one day. I keep meaning to. And then I'm like, do I want to give Amazon my money? This is my miserly ways coming in. Wait, was it all just a dream? Anyway, I better get up. Oh, crap, sorry. I should have been widescreen for all that. The tattooed woman. The bruise appears. Wait, what's this? During the course of the game, when you find new information, it will be recorded in the notebook. When there is a new entry in the notebook, the title will appear in the top right. You can access the notebook from the menu. If you press the L1 button, while the item name is shown in the top right, you can refer to that item. Cool. These have been my favourite aspects of the game, and I like that they keep, they keep adding to it. Like, the second game had a more efficient list, and you could just read through the events. But I did kind of miss the first game. I love a good conspiracy board. They're less cool than they used to be, because conspiracy people have, like, real-world influence now, and it's, like, a terrible thing. I remember conspiracies were more fun before 2016, when I lived in ignorance. But yeah, I love the... I've always wanted to have a wall with like a pretend conspiracy on, like characters from EastEnders. I want the red string and the photographs, inexplicable photograph, a map of America. I don't even live in America, but it has to be a map of America because that's where all the conspiracies are. And just, I mean, I could literally do that with the show Dark, but that would just be a fan board of the show Dark. I want it to be something funnier, something that plausibly could make sense when you looked into it and went, oh wow, yeah, that's true. But like, also I don't have a spare wall to dedicate to that, and I don't want anyone to think I'm insane. Anyway, let's look through all of this. But yeah, my point is, this is cool. I like this. Especially because sometimes the plot can be a little bit difficult to follow. The maneuverings of ghosts are often esoterical. Incident. Bruise appears. Okay. I felt a sharp pain in my shoulders when I woke up. For a moment, I thought I could see some kind of bruise on my skin. Yeah, I guess you would. But, like, you'd be missing a lot of detail. But when I looked again, there was nothing there. Was it just a dream? Okay. The abandoned house. Okay. I wasn't motivated enough to find out much about the place before I went. About all I knew was that it was supposed to be haunted. I mean, I guess that's a good idea, because then you wouldn't have like a preconceived notion of what you're expecting to find. You're like doing the opposite of Derek Okora, where he's, obviously researches the house, and then it's like, there's all these scouse ghosts in the place, because he can't hide his accent. Oh, can I remember the quote? I've got a friend from work who's amazing at doing Derek Okora impression. Was it Mary Loves Dick, I think it is. I can't do the Liverpudlian accent, But it's very funny if you hear Derek Acora say Mary loves Dick. I need a code phrase before I can do the accent. Dave Lister doesn't have a thick enough accent for me to slip into it that way. How'd you do that, Hall? I wasn't... Sorry, I'm faffing, aren't I? But anyway, what was behind the strange daydream vision I had in that house in the snow? Was I just worn out? There we go. That's the one word I can say in a very broad, stereotypical Liverpudlian accent. I can't do it. I can't. I can hear him say it, but I'm not going to be able to do it. It's very funny. Sorry, I'm going to read this all again because I got distracted by Derek Acora. Like I imagine ghosts get annoyed at Derek Acora going, go, sod off, you scouser. I wasn't motivated enough. Now, I keep wanting to say it, but I know it would be terrible, so I'm not going to try. I wasn't motivated enough to find out much about the place before I went. About all I knew was that it was supposed to be haunted. What was behind the strange daydream vision I had in that house in the snow? Was it just worn out, still scarred by the accident? Was the rumours true? Was he really there? Okay, so, yeah, the abandoned house and the Man of Sleep were two different places. The ruined house I wandered in my dream, or are they the same place? I can't tell. The ruined house I wandered in my dream the night I got back after my vision... It's just a structurally unsound sentence, that, I swear. The ruined house. Let me try it. Third time's a charm, eh? The ruined house I wandered in my dream the night I got back after my vision on that assignment. Blimey, that's a weird, like a really fiddly way of describing that. Something about it reminded me of the haunted house where I saw you. It seemed too real to be a dream. Daydreams, visions. Maybe I'm just tired. I've got these photographs, though, so maybe not. People. We have you. You are Sue. My fiancé. He was an editor. No, he was an editor who worked with folklorists. No, that's the worst job to have. That's the two worst. Of course he's dead. How could you... Philosopher, folklorist, like he's got all the words. It's like curses. He's smashed mirrors on the way here. He's done all the worst things. My fiance. He was an editor who worked on books of folklore, philosophy, and anthropology. We met as students. He was the opposite of me in every way, quiet and kind, like the gentle falling rain, like a soft shower that washes everything clean. He passed away 2 months ago in an accident caused by my careless driving. It's like a... Yeah. It's... Also, like, weird, like, poem. And then, yeah, but I killed him accidentally. He was a man of many... And then he died, because I tripped out. Yes. Tone, John. Miku Hinasaki. So I know her from the first game, I believe. Miku Hinasaki, the younger brother of Yu's best friend. Cat! There's a cat! She lives with me now and works as my assistant. I haven't met her brother. You told me she had lost a relative in an accident. She helps me... An accident. She helps me out in all kinds of ways. She's not just with work, she's cheerful and hard-working. Why is there a picture of a cat? If not for her, I do not know how I would have made it through after you passed away. Oh, the tattooed woman. The woman appeared in my dream of the manor. Her whole body was covered in a blue tattoo. Blue! She came closer and I ran away before I knew what was happening. All I remember is the intense fear. I can still feel her cold, stabbing fingers on my back, with my shoulder, back of my shoulder, when she touched me. I was going to say, she's got a hole in the back of her t-shirt, whatever it is. I don't know the names of girl clothing. And it's like, no, you're wearing the piece of clothing that guarantees somebody's going to put cold hand on your back. You're going to feel it all the worse. It's hard to believe it was only a dream. especially with the photograph I've managed to obtain. It was the mother and daughter. The mother and child who appeared in my dream in old-fashioned kimonos. They were looking for someone, calling out in sad voices to him. Who could they be? Cool, yes. And then weird tone shift. We could just stay here forever. We could just... this isn't Fatal Frame 3, this is Tormented. This is lady living in relatively nice looking flat. Just having a calm day simulator. We need never leave. If you want to be mal, just listen to the radio. No, it'd be hang on, what's the funniest song? Yes, Last Ketchup, but unfortunately it's difficult to invoke that song because it's all in Spanish. It's because it'd be like dabba 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 dim flam dango, and like that's not quoting, is it? That's just you saying dabba dabba lots. Elefanta, anyway, that's the funniest song that could be invoked in a spooky horror game to completely ruin the tone. That's scientifically, not the Spice Girls, John. But Blue is better because I can actually remember the lyrics, nonsense though they be. Though I do think tonally, Blue is kind of he's got that kind of, there's like a creakiness going on, and creakiness and old doors and stuff sort of fit together more. Whereas that Last Ketchup song, they're on a beach and they're happy as can be. It's although I can do an impression of there is a blue house. I can't remember the lyrics, of course, because I'm terrible at remembering the lyrics. It's all kind of sung in that voice though. My throat did not appreciate me doing that. My favourite thing about that band is they released the second song, no one remembers. It's about a blue world, and you just know they're like, shit, we're known for one thing. The colour blue and vague dance nonsense. Eiffel 65, isn't it? There isn't any tape that I want to listen to right now. And it's about like a blue world, and like nobody, I can't even. I think the Scatman did the same thing, but he was at least a Scatman. Like he wrote himself into that corner immediately. There's no other place. Once you call yourself the Scatman, there's but one thing you can do. You're not breaking out into any Elvis hits anytime soon. Some deep blues, or you're not playing any folk music. Pieces of my work are pinned up on the wall. There are more scenery shots now than there used to be. I don't feel ready yet for projects that involve taking pictures of people. Do I have a picture of... Do I have a map of the house? Sort of. They had an album? Was it all Blue related stuff, or was just the other Blue song the B-side? Oh, fair enough. Let's have a look at this one. A bright-coloured roll-down shade hangs over the window. Miku picked it out and bought it for us the other day.
Good morning, Ray.
Miku giving me the side eye there. This is Miku's room. Even if this is my house, I don't like going into their room without permission. I know Miku wouldn't care at all, though. I mean, fair enough. Your house is huge. Hugh's room, ever since the accident. I try not to come in here unless I have a good reason. Hang on. What's the shit? Like, how, hang on. Like, that's a window. I can't look out the window, of course. Is there anything on the desk? Get my copy of Vogue. A few fashion magazines lie tossed aside. I used to do this kind of work as well. It used to, I used to like reading the magazines too, but it's not that kind of thing that I can enjoy anymore. I'm gonna have to listen to that then. Europop, yes. I'm going to play the game. I can't pretend. I'm assuming all the songs are sung in that I can't do it now. That vague style. Well, this is funny. So I'm a little bit confused about how her window is clearly like about there, but there's like this odd room that somebody lives in, which I don't know. Maybe it's on the side. It's a huge house though. It's long. Bright-coloured roll screen hangs over the window. I'm curious. I might have to seek it out. Stop judging me, Miku. Graphically upgraded Miku. Good morning, Ray. Looks like it's going to rain all day, too. You don't have to work so much this week, so why don't you try to relax? Ray, you've been working too much lately. You were woken up by a bad dream this morning. You don't have to tell me this. It's weird that you've gone up to me and gone, you woke up poorly, didn't you? Yes, but, I mean, you're not Dr. Ray. Not to mention what happened when we were out collecting data the other day. Anyway, no, what? Hang on, what did happen? Because I'm not entirely sure. Let's try and take it easy today. That reminds me, there was a letter. Okay, could you... Miku, I need you to blink. Okay, cool, thank you. It's addressed to you. Letter from Kay. It's all in Japanese, I'm afraid. Dear you, sorry for not writing for so long. How are things with your fiancée? I'm continuing my investigation of the urban legend. Oh, this is what my brother was talking about, pacing. So there's now a section of non-spookiness, I'm guessing. Which, yeah, I guess all the last two games had continuously building dread that you could never escape. Even if there were quiet sections, you didn't necessarily know you were in a quiet section. Like I thought, my niece's symptoms bear many similarities to the strange disease associated with the urban legend. I feel like people who are into urban legends don't constantly refer to them as urban legends, because that's a layer of abstraction. Like, it makes it seem less real. So you would just say, hang on a minute, Candyman, right? You don't ever say the urban legend Candyman. You just say, I saw the thing with the bees and it reminded me of Candyman. Not unless you're. I mean, I guess you was an editor to a folklorist magazine or whatever it was. So it might make sense to talk about them in abstract terms. So, but like, I don't know what K is. I think most of the story is groundless. My phone's completely bloop bloop. The groundless rumor, but I heard there was a psychiatric study done. If you have it, I'd like to see it. Maybe it will provide a clue. I'm taking a break from all my other work to devote myself to studying the urban legend. I feel like you still wouldn't say the urban legend. You'd name it. I'd like your help. According to the documents I've studied, that camera I sent you is apparently a rare Camera Obscura. Okay, so this was addressed to you, so you already owned the Camera Obscura. Given where I found it, it may have some connection to the missing people and the urban legend. Is it just called the urban legend? It's not got a capital U and a capital L, though. If you hear anything, please tell me. Regards, K. Amakura. Letter from K added to file. It's from K. Amakura. He's written several times before. Have you still not told him about you? Camera Obscura? I wonder if it would be in Yu's room. Oh, cool, I can do that. I've never met him personally, but he was a friend of Yu. He used to write from time to time. Yu seems to have... I've known a lot of people both professionally and privately. According to the letter, he and Yu were doing research into urban legends, capital U, capital L. Maybe the Camera Obscura was somehow connected with that. I should tell him about the accident. Okay. What's this from here? Storage space under the stairs, full of old newspapers and magazines. There's a cat here. In the corner there's an ornamental potted plant. Looking after it is Miku's job. Come to think of it, Miku looks up after just about everything in his house these days. No, I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the bowl. Also, the scare... So I was looking at the head thing. She had that on in the other game, didn't she? Outside the window is a small garden. A light drizzle has been falling over for several days now. It's been some time since I last tended the garden. Yeah, the scariest thing in the game, old CRT televisions. We decided against having a TV in our own rooms and bought a bigger one for the living room instead. I hardly watch it at all these days. How big's this house? I was like, oh, I shouldn't leave. Okay, that's the exit. Miku's low-heeled shoes are under the shoe... Oh, yeah, because Japanese house shouldn't be wearing... No, we're wearing shoes right now. If we cleared away used shoes, there would be plenty of room for all of Miku's. See? Well, oh no, we're wearing slippers. Vitally important we get this right. Yeah. I'm going to save my game quickly. Before I try the door. The front door is kept locked. Since that day, I don't leave the house unless I have to for work. Tell me about it. I don't even leave the house for work nowadays, although they're gonna make me in like 10 days. I could probably get away with forgetting to go to work the first day. Oh, I didn't know, I'm sorry. No, I'd probably get in trouble. There is no one in the bath. Even when I'm busy, I like to soak in the tub every day. Recently, though, I've just been taking showers. Miu takes care of washing the clothes too. It's a real help. God. This game was about millennials. I would have explored the house already. I mean, they would be millennials. Their ages, right? Hang on. It's only like 2006 or whatever it is. I've never been good at housework. I don't know when they're born. I think, yeah. Elder millennials, but still. She's been complaining about these days that she can't hang the clothes out to dry because of the rain. Hang them indoors then. I can see my face reflected in the mirror above the wash basin. Maybe I've lost a little weight again. I feel like it's not really a priority, but whatever. The cheese. I don't keep any of these photos. But, turn the camera off. We're going to use room last because that's where the Camera Obscura is. The clothes chest that Miku brought with her from home. Inside of Miku's kimonos. Gee, I've got to bring your kimonos along. And the funeral mournings that I've just worn just once. I was going to say, men have it slightly easier with funerals because you just wear a suit. But then I remembered my dad, whenever he goes to weddings and funerals, just wears just anything. Just jeans and like the neatest t-shirt he owns. I'm trying to remember what he wore last time. Definitely not a suit. I'm very surprised. It depends. Adam would have forced him to wear a suit, but everyone else doesn't have a choice. You. Oh, that's a shrine to dead person. Yes, of course. Oh, I remember. It's relevant because it's about cameras. My older brother's wedding. Our dad. He came along and he's like, I wish I brought my camera with me. It's a lovely church. Should have taken pictures of the church. Like, you can think that. You probably shouldn't have said it out loud though. As well as cushions and bedding, the closet is full of used old books, still where we left them when we first moved in. I mean, it was a church. The church is generally nice looking buildings, but I have never looked inside them. I guess they must be something to do with his work. Did we open that door already? Oh, of course, it's got like multiple entrances, sliding doors. Oh, Are we going to see like an evil version of this house with the same layout? Place your bets now. We use this space for storing and the cleaning things and other tools. Some of these cardboard boxes haven't been touched since we moved in. That would be a trope from Silent Hill, presumably. At least some of the newer ones. I don't know where we are in the house anymore. I knocked on the toilet door, but it looks like there's no one inside. I'm in a relief, because I swear there's only 2 of us in the house. The Red Room. I don't have any film I can develop. I'm surprised they've... This is a great thing to lean on, the fact that you develop film and stuff, and you can do creepy stuff with that. This is supposed to be the storeroom, really, but they put the sink in so I could develop my pictures here. On this shelf, I keep the negatives of my work photos. In this box, very lucrative career, I keep my films and printing paper. Is this the way I came from? I think it's... Oh, I can't tell. No, yeah, that is where we came from. I'm going to keep running around. This is the optimum running speed. We have one more door and then we can check out use room. Oh, we must have done this already. Cleaning things and other tools. Okay, to you. To me. To you. Right. So I just remembered Sean Locke died. Made myself a little sad. It had nothing to do with... I also remembered one of the Chuckle Brothers is dead as well, and then I remembered Sean Locke. I guess it's relevant because it's ghosts, but... It's especially sad because, like, there's only one... It's a weird thing to say, but you want both the Chuckle Brothers to die at the same time. You don't want one Chuckle Brother. That's like the saddest thing in the world. I imagine if you're only people from the UK know who the Chuckle Brothers are. They don't sound like the most well-known people on the planet. In fact, people from the UK who are above 30, there was something about some sort of Camera Obscura that you owned written in that letter. The Camera Obscura. Could it be the same camera I saw in my dream? Is this a longer game than the other ones, then? Oh, shit, sorry.
Ray, may I help you with something?
Oh, I just wanted to ask you.
Like tears in rain. Look, we're establishing a motif. Because rain is more sad than it is scary. But yes, if we... I'm not kidding about the motif. I don't kid about motifs. Man, do you think I am? Because it mentions the rain, of course, here. He's like gentle falling rain. So whenever we see gentle falling rain, we should be thinking of him. how one establishes a motive. Hughes' clothes are still hanging inside of his closet. I decided not to tidy them away. Once they were in boxes, I knew they'd never come out again. I was about to say, this is a weird thing, I was about to say, she's given Goodwill. That's not even a thing in this country. I've watched so many American programs now. I know that Goodwill is like the standard place you give. That's the charity. I don't know what it is. That's some sort of shelter charity thing that you give clothing to. Oh, hang on. I need to make the screen wide again. I don't know if Oxfam is the equivalent. But Oxfam's a definite company. And also, I used to work at Oxfam because they forced me to work there when I didn't work for a long time. And Oxfam throw away a lot of stuff. Like, they are picky about what they take. And they research the prices of everything as well. You're not getting any good deals from Oxfam. I mean, it's fair enough, it is a charity, but also somebody's making a lot of money in Oxfam. I guess it's like local managers and everyone above them actually makes money from charities, and that's generally how that works. Which is always a bit weird, but I do appreciate that you do have to run charities. But also, you know, you can, if you're a manager, you can live off that. And I don't know, this has always been like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I guess you have to be able to live off that money. I still like it, but I guess as long as more money, considerable more money is actually going to a cause, which isn't always the case with certain charities. You have to research them, and I'm assuming Oxfam is fine, but I don't actually know. The bookshelves are full of volumes of folklore, philosophy, and anthropology. The three most dangerous jobs in a spooky horror game about ghosts. They're all books Hugh used for his work, all ones that were published by his company. There was a time when I used to be interested in them, but it was only a passing phase. So, obviously, any charity that is awareness is somewhat dodgy. You know, if you're doing cancer awareness rather than cancer research, everyone knows about it. But like for a start, who isn't aware that, like, I know there are actual adverts, like in the UK you get adverts reminding you to like check for lumps, like testicular cancer, because that's a thing that people are less aware of. But I only bring it up because I used to watch wrestling. I still do, but I used to as well. The WWE I don't watch anymore, but they have a cancer month, and they have a dodgy charity which is breast cancer awareness, which doesn't really require awareness, but like they could just have it's a dodgy charity. It's like if you want to actually do that, there are considerably better companies to give money to. But and it's frustrating to live in a world where you're like, I'm going to do research on which charities aren't dodgy. Why isn't there like rules? Yeah, it's that Susan. I've forgotten her name now. Arranged. No, I read this already. Let's check this cupboard. No, we checked that one already. Let's check the desk. There were typed and handwritten letters on the desk, along with several books. I've hardly touched anything in here since that day. I can't bring myself to tidy everything away. There was a notebook left out on the top of the desk. Perhaps somebody was in the middle of working. On the urban legend. Many of the urban legends classified as Lost Village are modelled on real incidents, such as a village was ruined. You've ruined it. It was perfectly fine. And, it's all ruined now. Farewell, K-Alexis. Thank you for joining me for this period of the game where not a lot is happening. I mean, still more was going on than last time when there were loads of people here talking about cats, and I was just lost for an hour. Many of the urban legends classified as Lost Village are modelled on real incidents, such as a village was ruined when one villager massacred the others. That would pretty much ruin a village. It was great here in Helston, and then one of you fucks just massacred everyone. It's all ruined. It's going to take ages to clear this up. They are often an amalgamation of well-known actual incidents, legend or oral tradition. Settings such as isolated mountain village or bygone customs, like night trysts or ceremonies. Somebody was very excited to use the phrase night trysts. Night trysts. Okay. Or ceremonies often act to trigger the incidents themselves, and these, in turn, become the motif for urban legend. See, I told you they knew about motifs. It's a bit self-aware, though, although I guess folklorist is a common theme in all the games. There's always somebody actively researching what's going on. This is a tiny bit meta. Only a tiny bit, though. Like, it's not talking about a computer game, but it is talking... It's a layer of abstraction, is what I'm getting at. The reason for the popularity of urban legends may lie in the notion of the view of the country from the city, or the modern bias towards the ancient. The people in the modern city, the village is the wilderness, and those who live there are different. Perhaps that scorn or fear finds expression in the urban legend. For that reason, the setting of the legend must be the isolated mountain village. Further, bygone customs are attractive elements that end up acting to provoke the incident. So I would say, there's a certain amount of truth to that, because a city village thing, because it's an othering, and it's a very easy thing to other, yokel village spookies going on. Like, that's why lots of like H.P. Lovecraft has spooky villages as well. There's loads of people. And rituals, when it's old and you don't quite understand it, you can sort of build like, there's reasons ghosts hang out like on videotape, but internet ghosts is a bit rubbish. People have tried internet ghosts, but the older the technology, the more likely you are to go, yeah, ghosts on videotapes. But on the like in the 80s, like, that's modern tech. Ghosts on videotape? Nah. But yeah, nowadays, so videotape is a romantic object. Well, I'd say nowadays. For 20 years ago, it was. For me, the year 2000 is still modern. So, yeah, I suppose so. As a case in point, there was a story about the area around the Minakami Dam where Mayu went missing. The Lost Village. Okay, Mayu's from the second game, yeah. The Lost Villages as well. In the mountains of the Minakami area, there was once a massacre in the so-called Lost Village. Years ago, on the night of a certain festival, there was a great massacre, and the village disappeared from the map. Only one woman survived. So it is getting meta, just not in a kind of the usual sense, where you're talking about, we're playing a computer game. It's getting meta in the sense that all these incidents are clearly being covered by an umbrella thing now. This game is about the umbrella. That covers more than one incident. Rather than just saying, here's a third village with a third maiden. Now there are incidents. And these incidents happen for reasons. Because of the urban legend. If you walk into the forest where the village once lay, there is a small guardian statue. And if you continue, you will come to the shrine gate that forms the entrance to the village. If you should pass through the gate, you will never return. The night of the massacre continues in this village where the day will never break without a woman's horrific laugh. What? And with a woman's horrific laugh rings throughout the village. Okay, somewhere I forgot to do a comma, and that sounded weird, but I think you get the point I was making. What I was reading. Next we have the Manor of Bizarre Murders, where the same tragedy recurs. Its scale is smaller, but generally speaking, it resembles the pattern of the village, and it is made up of elements based on true incidents. Below is an example of this. It has to do with Mafurio's disappearance. The House of Mutilation. That's cool. It's like, it's got in the world of Fatal Frame, it's got a different name than we know it, because we were there. In the mountain area of Himuro, there remains a manor where years ago there was said to be a massacre. There's always been vanishings in the nearby forest. Many of the spirited away are said to end up in the manor. Their corpses have been found with both hands, legs, and head severed off. One more example is the seemingly related Manor of Sleep, urban legend that I'm researching now. The Manor of Sleep legend was picked up in various magazines in the 1960s, but the incidents... I'm guessing in Japan these names are cooler. Like that would be like one long name, rather than the Manor of Sleep, the sleepy place, where sleepy people go. The incidents with the Manor of Sleep legend was picked up in various magazines in the 1960s, but incidents with very similar characteristics can be found here and there in older media. Farewell, brother. No problem. This newspaper is from the early 1900s and is of no relation to when the Manor of Sleep legend was taken up. But the background of the spirited aways and those people later... What? The background of the spirited aways... There's got to be a better way of putting that. Of those spirited away and those people's later conditions bear many similarities to the Manor of Sleep's urban legend. I'm still investigating, but these incidents may trace back to the 19th century, and I have seen legends in several folklore books that may have become the basis for the Manor of Sleep. There we go, Manor of Sleep urban legend. Perhaps this is what Kay was asked to investigate. You add a well-organized notebook on the urban legends to your file. After you've received new information, you may find related books and documents in bookcases or desks. I found a desk and a bookcase. An old newspaper is stuck in the notebook. Series of vanishings across region. I might make myself a cup of tea. If I'm going to do that, I should do it when there's a more interesting screen. According to sources, before dawn yesterday, mother and daughter who live in Myojin village went missing. Missing are Maki Kuzuhara and a daughter, Kozu. Since last year, the two have been searching for Kuzuhara's missing husband. The two reportedly wandered the mountains nearly every day. The informant says, I hadn't seen them for several days, so I went to visit them. There was no answer, so I went inside, but they were gone. I only saw some black soot-like marks. Similar disappearances are being reported across the area. Some are calling them spirited aways. Because they like really clumsy phrases, but there had to be a better phrase than the spirited aways. I like the taken. Like, spirited away is a great phrase. Don't get me wrong. But the spirited aways is, it's not great. You add the newspaper article to a series of vanishings across the region to your file. Okay, we're just making sure these are all officially read. Use research. According to the notebook left on his desk, Yu was doing some research on Kei Akura. His notes are full of accounts of old urban legends and newspaper clippings about disappearances and people who were spirited away. So that read fine. And now I'm going to double check this. Oh, there it is. On the shelf are a letter and a camera similar to the one I saw in my dream. Looks like the letter is from Kay. Dear you, during my research on the Manor of Sleep urban legend, I finally made it to a certain deserted village, lost even from the map. I found this camera in a huge abandoned house near that village. My niece Mio, when Mayo disappeared, she caused you a lot of trouble, so you probably remember her, saw this camera and was scared stiff. I wonder if it reminded her of the unspeakable incident. Yes, so I'm guessing the canonical endings of the first two games are the good ones, which I never saw, because you've got to play them on hard to get. You've got to play hard to get the canon endings. For now, I'd like you to take care of the camera. You know about the antiques, so could you look look it over for me. I don't think you'll be able to reach me for a bit, but I'll contact you, so let me know when you find them. Could this be the same Camera Obscura I saw in my dream? This is older than the one in the dream, and the inscription on the back is illegible. Even so, it does look very similar to the Camera Obscura. I tried pushing the shutter button, but there was no response. It looks like it's broken. There's still an old film inside the Camera Obscura. Film looks pretty old, but it doesn't seem to have been spoilt by being exposed at all. What could be on it? I wonder if I could develop it in the dark room. Right, I am just going to make myself a cup of tea. I think if I cut a video, that'll be where the cut is if I play for a couple more hours. I plan to play for a couple more hours. So park ourselves